the problem is not everything's coached. I mean, I was driving Fox Buyer around. He had never really been up here to see this part. And I told him at this house, we used to play tennis ball all afternoon. And we went to an old softball field. I said, after church on Sunday, we'd all ride our bikes or whatever and get here and we'd play. There were no one there coaching. You figured the batting order out as it went. If somebody was in the bathroom, you just kept going. I mean, that's what I unfortunately think as parents we've done. The thing in baseball that jumps out to me and I laugh, I never had a jersey with my name on it until my junior year of college. And now when I look on Twitter and see a 6U tryout, I literally want to throw up. Because one, that's the most idiot. Someone is going to pay for who wants to travel with a 6-year-old to begin with? You've been to 6-year-old anything. Who's this elite guy that could go pick out the best 6-year-olds in the group? So let's at 6 years old tell a guy he's not good enough to do that. To me, travel ball should start around 14 years old. That's when you've decided as a kid, hey, mom, hey, dad, I really do want to try to do this. I want to try to play my varsity team. I want to try to play college. And if you're good enough to play pros, you don't decide that. The scouts decide that. But until you're 14 years old, you don't know really what you want to do. So to see guys not playing basketball or football or baseball too at 12, 13 years old because they want to specialize. As a coach, I say this all the time to all my son's friends. If you want to say something to me that turns me off, is tell me, I'm going to take this so-and-so season off to lift weights and work out. I'm going to try to get a lot. That's actually telling me I'm lazy. I'm not going to do anything but watch TV. And I moved on. I used to as a scout, as a recruiter. When you would tell me that, I'd tell our guys, hey, let's move on from this guy. Because this guy ain't going to be able to handle fall practice, winter workouts, and then 50, 60 games in spring. He's already talking about he needs time off at 16. So I was kind of turned off from those guys that were going to do those. Play sports and figure it out, because you hate to say it, but most of us ain't going to never play college anyway. And I think it's like 7% of high school players play college baseball. And then the percent of the guys that play college baseball that play pro baseball is less than maybe like 1 or 2%, much less the big leagues. So, yeah, I'm a guy, the memories I have, Tim, are with my teammates. Football allowed me to learn how to get to be teammates with different type players than my baseball teammates. And now move back home to my hometown. I get friends of all shapes, size, and color because I played sports. We all learned each other. We still will grab each other at a gas station and say, remember when we played so-and-so in football in 1988? And we remember it because we played. No one goes, hey, do you remember when we worked out really hard that day back in 1998 and we got – no, play. Play until they tell you can't play. I'll never forget Coach Tanner. I forget the guy, but he said, Coach, I think I'm going to retire from minor league and start a job. And he said, why? He goes, well, I think it's time. He said, are they still paying you? Yes, sir. Have they told you they're cutting you? No, sir. Then play. Just keep playing. And I remember that kid went on to play 5 more years and made it to the big leagues. He was ready to quit just because he thought it was time to move on. They'll let you know when it's time to move on. I promise you they will. There will be that meeting from Bull Durham where they call you in and it ain't my decision. It's the, whoever. Those times come. So, yeah, Tim, I'm really adamant. I think you've hit me on another one where you see me get mad on volunteer coaches. I get mad when people don't play. Just play. Go play every sport they let you play. If you're good enough, play it. If you can run track, run track. If you can shoot basketball, play it. And I know I'm a baseball guy, but it's hurting our sport. The athleticism in our sport is clearly declined in the last 10 years. What's happened in the last 10 years? Somehow somebody's taught the 9-year-old into specializing in a sport, or worse yet, someone's been cut at 6 years old who never even played our sport because some genius told them at 6 years old they weren't good enough and they haven't even, grown yet. So our sport, and I think Major League Baseball is trying. I mean, they really are trying to get back and just get people to do it. But we're losing athleticism because of this.